Good afternoon, I'm Raylene Ramsey. This is your afternoon news fix for Wednesday, the 13th of May. The Prime Minister's addressed immigration while revealing government plans ahead of this month's budget. Chris Luxon told a business audience they'll cut the operating allowance another $300 million to $2.1 billion to keep the books in shape. He also spoke on energy resilience, the fracturing world order, and focusing on measured immigration.
My message to the business community is that the truth is that when it comes to immigration, when faced with a choice between social cohesion and stability and your bottom line, I'll choose the former every single time.
Greens co-leader Chloe Swarbrick calls this budget announcement austerity.
The government can make different political choices, they can fix the tax system, but time and again, day after day, this government tells us that shows us more than tells us, that they don't work for regular New Zealanders, they work for massive corporations.
Winston Peters is strongly opposing a suggestion Kiwi Bank could sell assets. State-owned Enterprises Minister Simeon Brown has sent a letter of expectations to the bank's owners, asking for work on alternative growth scenarios. A cabinet paper suggested the government's financially cash-strapped and possibly can't give the bank additional capital. Peter says he'll never support a partial sale.
90% of the banks are Australian-owned and they're creaming us big time. There's no big inquiries that happen in this country. They've had 5 inquiries out of the Senate in Australia with respect to their banking and nothing in New Zealand.
The parole board says nearly 30 years after Gareth Lawrence Smither murdered his ex-girlfriend, he's still an undue risk. He was sent to prison for life in 1997 after stabbing Karen Jacobs more than 30 times. Parole was denied last year and a psychiatric report requested before this hearing. Jamie Cunningham has more.
Panel convener Catherine Snook says the assessment has still not been completed due to limited Health NZ resources and is needed to assess Smithers' mental health. Despite no internal misconduct charges in prison, Jacob's family continue to oppose his release. He'll appear before the board again in August.
Harassment, sexism and bullying remain common experiences for women working in the trades. A report by charity Cahoots finds embedded inequities within the workplace environment, both in culture and practical barriers. It suggests these are more extreme for those from minority groups. Chief Executive Jade Buck says there's also a lack of accountability pathways for raising concerns. So the need for intervention spans all levels.
Making sure that employers have policies and processes that are appropriate, make sure that we can shift culture on site itself, make sure that we've got supports to wrap around.
To sport and a playmaking reshuffle for the Chiefs for their Super Rugby clash against the visiting Highlanders on Friday night. Damien McKenzie will make his second start of the season at fullback, with Josh Jacob moving into first 5. Former Silver Ferns mid-quarter Gina Crampton's making a return to netball's ANZ Premiership. She signed a 2-week contract with the Tactics as an injury replacement for captain Erekana Peterson, who has a shoulder injury. And Penrith coach Ivan Cleary will depart the Panthers after the 2027 NRL season. That is your latest fix. We'll be back with the next update tomorrow morning from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.